The reason why you suck and the reason why you fail at getting fit after 40 is because you don't realize all the work that you've been doing, working against yourself up to this point. I've been on this journey for 4 years now. I lose weight, I gain it back. I lose weight, I gain it back. I still have to practice moderation. I'll never be at that point of when I was in my early 20s of just being able to eat a double cheeseburger and fries and half a dozen of donuts from Krispy Kreme every Friday night. Like literally after the club, that was my meal. I can't do that now because you're afraid of succeeding because you've gotten way too comfortable with being mediocre. You've gotten way too comfortable with all of the choices you made in your 20s and your 30s. The main reason why it's so hard for you to get fit after 40 is because you don't. If I had to guess why you struggle with getting fit in your 40s, it would be because you lack discipline, because you enjoy the things that taste good to you but aren't necessarily good for you, because you don't understand moderation, because you lack self-control, because you don't have the discipline that's required at this age to achieve your goals, because you want it to be instant, you want it to be overnight. You feel defeated because it's not so instant. You want it to be right away, because you get bored with the workouts, because you haven't found the activity that works for you, because you're bored of eating the same things. So let's look at this like a credit card, right? A paid off balance having your full limit available is the equivalent of being at your ideal weight. Because of everything that you put in your body at this point, it's like you've maxed out your limit and you're only making the minimum payments. So you're not seeing results fast enough and you get discouraged because you don't understand that it's the lifestyle change. That the reason why you have the body that you have today is because of the decisions that you made in your 20s and your 30s. You weren't disciplined enough during that time. And so the actions that you took caught up with you, and you simply enjoy the taste of sweets, the taste of alcohol, the taste of everything fried and delicious and dipped in butter, and you don't understand moderation. You have this idea in your head of the image you have for yourself, of the goals you have set for yourself, but you don't understand what it's going to take to get there. And so when you cut out sugars and you go for a walk once every 3 days, and you're not really giving it the type of effort, but you're expecting to see maximum results, but you're just giving it a half-ass effort. It's hard to get fit after 40 because a lot of people are already set in their ways of what they will and they will not do. Going to the gym is intimidating. I don't have the space to work out at home. I don't have the time to do it. These are all excuses that we make for ourselves. And if we're surrounded by people that enable that behavior, it's going to be a lot harder to make those changes that you want to make for yourself. The people in the gym didn't get that way overnight. So whenever you see somebody that looks like they're dedicated to the craft of transforming their body, understand that they really are dedicated to that. Because it does take dedication. It takes effort. It's not something that just passively happens like it did in your 20s. You can't continuously eat the processed fast foods that's loaded in sugars and ingredients that's hidden that you don't know what's put in it. The easiest thing that's going to help you is to find something that you can do daily, in addition to finding something that you can make at home, that you can eat, that's healthy for you, that's good to you. It's simple math when it comes to losing weight. Is about a calorie deficit. Can you eat fast food and still burn those calories? Yes, but is it taking in healthy calories? Not necessarily, because you don't know what's all in that. And that goes to just anybody cooking for you versus you making it yourself. At least when you put something in it, you know what's in it. You know how much of the seasoning, you know how much butter, how much oil, how much fats you use. You know the portion, you know the quality of the protein. And if you find yourself getting bored with eating the same things, then maybe you need to find some different seasonings to help you out. But find something that's your thing that you could do if you had to do it over and over again. Maybe it's dancing, maybe it's shadow boxing, maybe it's going for a walk, maybe it's running. But the main reason why it's so hard for you to get fit after 40 is because you don't know what it takes to get there. You don't realize all the work that you've been doing of working against yourself up to this point. Our clothes hide our bodies until the only time we really see ourselves is when we're getting ready for a shower, or we're getting out of the shower and we're looking in the mirror. But other than that, we have clothing that's able to hide our bodies and to hide the curves that we don't like. But take some time and really look at your body in the mirror and see where you are today. And ask yourself where you want to be. And then take those steps to becoming the best you that you can be. It didn't come on overnight. It's not going to go away overnight. So we got to be realistic with our expectations. It's still going with this credit card analogy of you've got this balance of negative 15,000. $5 ain't gonna do much to it, but it's something. And that $5 keeps adding up. But you can't just put in $5 5 weeks and then just expect it to be at a zero balance. That's not how math works. The reason why you suck and the reason why you fail at getting fit after 40 is because you don't have what it takes to stick to it. You haven't seen the progress and the results that you want in the time frame that you set in your mind, and so it's not worth continuing. You can lose 2 pounds, but because you don't see it in the right places, it's not enough to keep you going. I've been on this journey for 4 years now. I lose weight, I gain it back. I lose weight, I gain it back. All because I didn't have an understanding of moderation. I was really hell-bent on, I'm going to do this. I'm going to prove to the world that I can lose weight and I can be in the best shape possible and do it by just eating fast food and anything that I want to eat. And that's not the reality. That's not how that works. Sure, now I've gotten to a place where I can have a diet that's more forgiving, but I still have to practice moderation. I'll never be at that point of when I was in my early 20s of just being able to eat a double cheeseburger and fries and half a dozen of donuts from Krispy Kreme every Friday night. Like literally after the club, that was my meal. I can't do that now. I think another reason why you fail at making and maintaining your fitness goals is because you don't set your actual goals to be realistic. You don't know where you want to be. You just know that you want to be something different. And maybe that's a good starting point, but you've got to have vision. You've got to know where you're going. You need to accept the fact that you have to become consistent and that it's a lifestyle change. And if you're not willing to make that change, if you're not willing to commit to it, then you might as well just stop now. But if you know that you were meant to be something greater, if you know that you're not supposed to be this mediocre version of yourself, then make the promise to yourself that you're going to change. Figure out what it is that you can eat that's healthy. Switch out alternatives. Don't cut out all the stuff that you love. Just cut back on it. What's realistic for you? Let's look at how many times you're having these things that's not good for you. Let's look at how much time you're actually putting into working out. Let's do that first. Let's get the habit of working out consistently a part of your routine. In addition to doing that, make healthier choices. Start by swapping out sugar everywhere where you see sugar. If you gotta have a soda, try the diet options. Try the zero options. Some people don't like the taste, but I have to have soda. And that's become my thing. Even just regular soda water, just flavored waters with a little carbonation or whatever, that works for me. So much to the point to where sugary sodas just do not taste the same. They seem to be flatter and not as strong to me. I don't eliminate sugar completely, but I like to know where sugar is, where I'm having it in my meals, in my diets, and my drinks, etc. If you can just start small, cutting back. Matter of fact, I'll challenge you. Whatever it is that you say that you can go without, try to do double that number. So if you say, I can go without sweets 1 day out of the week, try for 2. If you feel like you can go for a walk for 3 miles, try to do 6 miles. Or try to do that twice. I have a feeling that your initial offer is going to be something that is really easy and it's not much of a challenge. And that's the problem. That's why you're here, because you don't want to challenge yourself. So whatever number you give yourself as to how many days you could actually cook for yourself, double that. However many days you can go without ordering food, double that. However many days you can go working out, double that, because you're afraid of succeeding, because you've gotten way too comfortable with being mediocre. You've gotten way too comfortable with all of the choices you've made in your 20s and your 30s. And insanity would be continuing to do the same thing, expecting different results. And friend, you're not insane, are you? Like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.